Good morning everyone. So in the last class we have started a new topic, that is systematic sampling. So we have started what is the next technique under the sampling technique, that is systematic sampling. So systematic sampling always goes with a system or a procedure. That means first, depending on the sample fraction or the sampling interval, we are going to select the sampling units. So first you will be selecting the random start, that is the first unit you will be selecting randomly, and the remaining units we will be selecting according to the sample interval. So that sample interval should be calculated first. Depending on that we will select the sampling units. So we have seen all the notations under the simple systematic sampling. Today we are going to start the theorems for systematic sampling. So coming to the first theorem, what is the first theorem? As usual, the first theorem is sample mean is unbiased estimator of population mean. So here sample mean is an unbiased estimator of the population mean in the systematic sampling. So coming to the proof, so here we need to prove that so unbiased estimator means expectation of a statistic is equals to the parameter, that expectation of the systematic sampling mean, expectation of y bar SYS equals to y double dot bar. So in systematic sampling, population mean is denoted with y double dot bar and the sample mean is y bar SYS, or it can be written as expectation of y I dot bar is equals to y double dot bar. So systematic sampling sample mean is either denoted with y I dot bar or y bar SYS. So we need to prove this one. So what is y double dot bar value? The population mean y double dot bar is given as, so from the notations, what is the population mean value we have written? Y double dot bar equals to 1 by capital N double summation Yij. So here I equals to 1 to k and j equals to 1 to n Yij. And this can also be written as y bar double dot equals to, this can be written as 1 by n into k double summation I equals to 1 to k and j equals to 1 to n Yij. So here 1 by n summation over j, Yij is the sample mean value. Here why we have written n value as n into k? Because the population n can also be written as n into k. Now what is y bar double dot equals to? It can be written as 1 by k, this 1 by n summation over j, Yij value is nothing but summation I equals to 1 to k as it is, 1 by n summation over j, Yij can be written as yi dot bar. So this is the population mean value. Keep it as equation 1. Now consider the expectation of the required proof. Now consider expectation of y bar SYS, which is equals to expectation of yi dot bar. So whenever you consider an expectation of any value, how you will be writing that? Suppose if x is any random variable, we'll write in 6 form. If x is a random variable, then how you will be writing expectation of x value? Expectation of x equals to, if it is discrete, you will write summation over x into p of x. If it is continuous, you will in the yesterday's last class, we have written a table for the means and probability. So if you observe the selecting of ith systematic sampling, the probability is 1 by k. For all the k samples, the probability is 1 by k itself. So this can be written as, first put I equals to 1, you get y 1 dot bar into 1 by k plus y 2 dot bar into 1 by k plus so on up to y k dot bar into 1 by k. Now you can take 1 by k common. So if you take 1 by k common, you will be getting as y 1 dot bar plus y 2 dot bar plus so on plus y k dot bar. So this is the value, if you that can be written as y1 bar plus y2 bar, so on to n values you will be having. So we are assuming the n values, so that this can be written as, that is expectation of yi dot bar equals to 1 by k summation over j equals to 1 to n yi dot bar. So this is the value of the expectation of yi dot bar value. So from the equation 1, if you observe from the equation 1, that is 1 by k summation over j equals to 1, summation k I equals to 1 to k yi dot bar. Here I values are changing, right? 1, 2, 3. So summation over I equals to 1 to k yi dot bar can be written as y double dot bar. So therefore expectation of yi dot bar equals to y double dot bar. So from equation 1. So since from equation 1. So we got the required proof, that is expectation of yi dot bar equals to y double dot bar. So what is yi dot bar? It is the mean of the sample mean of the systematic sampling. So this can be written as y bar sys equals to y double dot bar. So therefore sample mean is unbiased estimator. Sample mean is an unbiased estimator of the population mean. Of the population mean. So this is the first theorem in the systematic sampling, that is finding the expectation of y bar system in the systematic sampling. That is sample mean is an unbiased estimator of the population mean. Now we will go to the second theorem. So in second theorem, we will be finding the variance of the sample mean. So in simple random sampling or either in the stratified random sampling also, the second theorem was finding the variance for the sample mean. So here also the second theorem is the variance of the sample mean in the systematic sampling. So we will go to the second theorem now. Now coming to the second theorem statement is variance of systematic sample mean is, so the variance of the sample mean in the systematic sampling, that is y bar sys equals to n minus 1 by n into s square minus k into n minus 1 by capital N into s square WSY. So here SWSY square, what is SWSY square? It is the value given as 1 by k into n minus 1 double summation yij minus yi dot bar wholes. So what is it SWSY square? It is the population mean square among the units within the same systematic sample. So whenever you have the same systematic sample within the among the units, so whatever the units are selected, so in that within the same systematic sampling, the population by k into n minus 1 double summation over I n j yij minus yi dot bar whole square. So keep it as equation 1 and next find the variance. So consider the variance of the systematic sample mean. Systematic sample mean is denoted with y bar sys. So instead of y bar sys, you can also write it as variance of yi dot bar. And we know that what is the variance of a variable can be written as in terms of expectation. If you write expectation of x minus expectation of x whole square. So this is the variance formula in terms of expectation. So similarly, here variance of y dot can be written as expectation of yi dot bar minus expectation of yi dot bar whole square. And what is our theorem 1? In theorem 1, we got that sample mean, that is yi dot bar, is an unbiased estimator for the population mean. So from theorem 1, we know that. So from theorem 1, we know that expectation of yi dot bar is equals to y double dot bar. So here in place of expectation of y dot bar, you can substitute y double dot bar. Now substitute that value, you will be getting as so variance of y bar sys equals to expectation of yi dot bar as it is yi dot bar minus what is the expectation of yi dot bar value, y double dot bar. So this is the value of variance of systematic sampling. Now if I consider variance of expectation of any value, if I consider expectation of x, what is expectation? It is an average, right? That is summation value divided by total number of values. Here also we have expectation, a square, expectation of some value. So expectation of any value can be written as the summation divided by number of terms. So here it can be written as 1 by k summation yi dot bar minus y double dot bar whole square. So remember, expectation of any value is nothing but the average of that value. Here I equals to 1 to k. So this is the variance of systematic sampling value. Keep it as equation 2. Now consider the formula for the population mean square in the systematic sampling. So as we know that population mean square in systematic sampling is, we'll be writing s square equals to 1 by n minus 1 double summation over I equals to 1 to k, j equals to 1 to n, yij minus y double dot bar whole square. So this is the s square value from our notations. Now in this equation, first side n minus 1 to that side, we will be getting as n minus 1 into s square equals to double summation over I n j yij minus y double dot bar whole square. Now I will add and subtract yi dot bar. So what is yi dot bar? It is the sample mean. So here I am going to add and subtract it. N minus 1 into s square equals to double summation over ij minus yi dot bar plus yi dot bar minus y double dot bar whole square as it is. Now this I can consider as two terms, right? This is first term, this is second term. If you observe, this is in the form of a plus b whole square. So that can be written as a square plus b square plus 2ab. So write it down. You will be getting as n minus 1 into s square equals to first a square double summation. So simultaneously multiply the summations also inside. Double summation yi minus yi dot bar whole square plus b square, that is yi dot bar minus y double dot bar whole square plus 2ab. So I'm writing in next line plus 2 into double summation over ij minus yi dot bar into yi dot bar minus y double dot bar. So this is the value. Now we know that, so this term will become 0. How? We have seen in the previous theorems also. So consider the term summation over j. So consider summation over j. You will be getting as the second term, that is yi dot bar minus y double dot bar. Multiply summation inside, that is summation over j y dot bar minus summation over j y double dot bar. Now if you observe, what is the population mean value? Now consider summation over j, the first term, that is summation over j. What is the first term? Yij minus y dot bar. So now multiply summation inside, summation over j yij minus summation over j yi dot bar. Now what is yi dot bar formula? 1 by n summation over j by ij. So from this, what is the summation over j value? I can write n into yi dot bar equals to summation over j yij. So in place of summation over j yij, I can write n into yi dot bar minus, here there are no j values, so I can directly write n into yi dot bar. So this term equals to 0 since summation over j yij minus yi dot bar value equals to 0. We will be getting the variance of y bar s by s equals to, sorry, we are writing n minus 1 into s square. N minus 1 into s square equals to double summation over ij minus y dot bar whole square plus double summation over ij y dot bar minus y double dot bar whole square. So here you have to mention summations also. Double summation ij y dot bar minus y double dot bar whole square. Now this value we got it as 0, so plus 0. So since this term is 0, write down up to here only. Next step we will be writing n minus 1 into s square equals to double summation over ij minus y dot bar whole square plus summation over j I'm writing as n into summation of I equals to 1 to k y I dot bar minus y double dot bar whole square. Now if you observe next, if you observe the equations 1 and 2, so write down equation 1 and 2 first. Check the equation 1 and 2. So what are the equation? In equation 1 we have SW SY square equals to 1 by k into n minus 1 double summation yij minus yi dot bar whole square. And similarly in equation 2 we have variance of y bar sy is equals to 1 by k summation yi dot minus y double dot bar whole square. Now by using those two equations we are going to substitute those two equations in the above equation. Now if you observe here, you have s square w sy equals to 1 by k into n minus 1 summation of this value. Now if you observe, you have here the same term, that is summation over I and j yij minus yi dot bar. So if I send k into n minus 1 that side, I get the summation value. Similarly, here also you have the same term. So if you send k to that side, the summation value will be k into variance of the systematic sample mean. So you will be getting as n minus 1 into s square equals to, so in place of double summation yij minus yi dot bar whole square, you will be writing, send this term to that side, that is k into n minus sy square, next plus n into this term k, send k to that side, you will get k into variance of y bar sy s. Now this is the n minus 1 into s square value. Next what we do is we will be dividing the above equation with the capital N. So divide with capital N. So divide with capital N. So you will get n minus 1 s square by n equals to k into n minus 1 by capital N into s square wsy plus n into k by capital N into variance of the systematic sampling mean. Now we know that the s square, that is the overall population mean square, is always n minus 1 into s square. What is this one? You know variance equals to 1 by capital N summation yij minus y bar whole square, the general variance formula. So here, if I want in terms of s squares, how you write the sigma square value? While in the problem also we have written sigma square equals to n minus 1 into s square by capital N. So here sigma square means here the variance. So what is the variance we are considering here? This is n minus 1 by n into s square is the variance formula. Here we are considering the systematic sampling mean. So we will be getting the variance of the systematic sample mean, that is variance of so no need of this assumption now. Directly we will be getting the answer. So we want here capital N means nothing but n into k. So substitute that value n minus 1 into s square by capital N equals to k into n minus 1 by k into n into s square wsy plus n into k by n into k, variance of the systematic sampling. These two values get cancelled. K and k gets cancelled. So we want only variance of the systematic sampling. So variance of y bar sy s equals to, send the n minus 1 by n into s square. So this term goes mean. So how we are finding the sample mean? First we are considering the variance formula in terms of expectations. We will get one equation, that is this equation, and this s square WSY is already given in the question. So by considering the s square value and making the necessary solvings or the simplifications, we will be getting the variance of the sample mean, systematic sampling, equals to n minus 1 by n into s square minus k into n minus 1 by capital N SW SY square. So this is the variance. So next we will be seeing the comparison of simple random sampling and the systematic sampling. So always the comparison is made by using the variances. So we know the variance of y bar n under simple random sampling without replacement is, what is the value of the variance in simple random sampling? N minus n by capital N into s square by small n. And we got the variance of y bar systematic sampling. So we got this variance value as n minus n by n minus 1 by capital N, n minus 1 by capital N into s square minus k into n minus 1 by capital N, k into n minus 1 by capital N into s square WSY. So by comparing these two variants, we are going to find the efficiency. So now I am considering variance of y bar n minus variance of y bar s by x. So write down the values, n minus n by capital N into s square by n minus this term, n minus 1 by capital N into s square, minus into minus, plus k into n minus 1 by capital N into SW SY square. Now take the LCM. So if you observe in these two terms, what is the LCM? Capital N into small n. So here n minus n. First take s square common. S square common. You will get n minus n by capital N into small n minus n minus 1 by capital N into s square plus k into n minus 1 by capital N into SW SY square. Now take the LCM. You will be getting n minus n minus n into small n minus n by n into small n into s square plus k into n minus 1 by capital N into SW SY square. Now small n and capital N gets cancelled. Now you take minus n common, that is minus capital N common. You will be getting as n minus 1 by capital N into small n plus k into s square plus k into n minus 1 by capital N into s square WSY. Now this is the value of these two values. If you observe, it is negative, right? So there n and n gets cancelled, and both the terms you can take out n minus 1 by capital N. So in place of capital N, you can write k into n. So there you will get n minus 1 by n into s square plus k into n minus 1. So n can be written as k into n. So k and k gets cancelled, SW SY square. Now from these two terms you can take out n minus 1 by n common, so that you will be writing s square, here minus, right? So minus s square, or you can write minus outside only, s square minus SW SY square. So this is the variance of y bar n minus variance of systematic sample. sample mean value. So we got this variance of y bar n minus variance of systematic sample mean equals to n minus 1 by n into SWSY squared minus SS squared. So if this value, whatever the value we are getting here, if SWSY squared minus SS squared, if this value is greater than or equals to 0, then only the systematic sampling is more efficient. Systematic sampling is more efficient than SRSWR. So here systematic sampling is efficient but under a condition that SWSY square minus SS square is greater than or equals to 0, that is SWSY square. So that is SWSY square is greater than or equals to SS square. So if this value, if this condition satisfies, then only the systematic sampling is more efficient than the simple random sampling without replacement. So this is a comparison between the simple random sampling and the systematic sampling. So today we have seen two theorems. First one is unbiased sample mean is an unbiased estimator of the population mean, and the second theorem is we got the variance of the sample mean in the systematic sampling. Then later we have checked the efficiency of the systematic sampling over the simple random sampling. So how will we do the comparison? By considering the two variances and taking this condition, variance of y bar n, variance of systematic sampling. So this will be satisfied, that means the systematic sampling will be more efficient than the simple random sampling only if the SWSY square value is greater than or equals to SS square. So this SS square is the overall population mean. What is this SWSY square? It is the population mean within the units of the same systematic sample. So this is about the today's class, and in tomorrow's class we will be seeing the variances also. So today's class we have seen a variance under the condition by using this value, that is SS square W SY. So if not SS square W SY, we will be using the other formulas also for the variances that we will be discussing in the next class. Keep practicing the theorems and write the notes so that you will be understand the theorems more effectively.